Cannes 2018, easily by far the biggest talking point is about diversity, not just on screen with advertising, but also how the marketing industry, the advertising industry is intending to make itself more diverse. Well, one man spearheading this at HP is Antonio Lucio. What have you been announcing this week? Because it is the talking point.
What we were announcing this week is that we moved from intent to action and results. So we basically shared all the progress that we made in representation from a client standpoint. So we have 50% of our most senior talent now are females. Agency standpoint, so heads of creative, heads of strategy, 52% of them of the people that are working on our account at the senior level are females, from zero before. And the same thing for production houses. 59% of our productions are developed by female directors, and that has translated into a 26% improvement in purchase intent and 33% improvement in revenue per impression.
Isn't this just the right thing to do? Why has it taken this long to do it when you've got statistics like that to support it?
Well, it is the right thing to do, but sometimes when you're in a business like our business, you have to build a business case. And what we've done over the last 24 months is to build a very solid, quantitatively based business case to prove the point that it actually works.
As far as what happened last year with the encouragement of all these brands to sort of clean up their act on screen and out of home and all of the different ways that companies advertise, why do you think there is now this movement and what's triggered it to get the industry itself off the screen, its house in order as well?
I think it's like the convergence of factors. There is a movement happening within the marketing community. It started with a small but mighty group, people from Airbnb, Verizon, JP Chase. Now you have Procter & Gamble, you have Unilever, you have AT&T, you have Johnson & Johnson. So it's really a movement, and when you have the bigger advertisers in the industry all moving in the same direction, the industry reacts, and I think that's what has happened over the last 24 months.
You're doing it as a brand, other brands are doing it too. Are you surprised that you've got this sort of mass, this critical mass, to push this forward?
Oh, I'm not surprised. This is what we all wanted, what we all intended when we started this journey. This is what Jonathan Mendenhall dreamed about actually 3 years ago. He was one of the first voices in it, and I'm glad that we're all moving in the same direction. We're all sharing our numbers, which is critically important. And you have organizations like the ANA, Association of National Advertising in the United States, or the World Federation of Advertisers, more globally, all endorsing this type of moves, scorecards, specific plans, and even gender equality measurement scores like the GEM score.
Let's talk to Anula from Edelman. Proof in the pudding that what Antonio's talking about is for real. You work with Edelman. How important is it to have the backing of a brand like HP to kind of push this through the industry?
I think it's going to send a ripple through the industry that we have to share the voices of marginalized communities. We all have stories to tell. I'm a part of a group called More Like Me. There's 18 of us. My story is just one of 18. And our 18 is just 18 of millions of stories out there. And if brands want to be more relevant in today's community, they have to reflect the lives of the people that they serve.
I spoke to John Seifert about this. This was last year, and he's saying it is good for business. Why haven't we done this earlier?
That's a great question. I think right now we should talk about what we can do in the future. In the past, there's a lot that hasn't been done. I think right now, people like me, the program that I'm in, what we're going to do after Cannes, it doesn't end here. We're going to take that back to our offices and hope that reverberates through the industry through our work. I'm a planner. I help get to control briefs, the ideas, and make sure each brief thinks with diversity and inclusion in mind.
Do you think it's just a coincidence that what's happened in the entertainment industry has caused, well, you talked about ripples, I mean, it's like tidal waves. Do you think this is all just happening all at the same time by coincidence?
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's been building up for some time, and it just worked out that this is now the moment that we can all act. People are interested in acting. Right now, we are the converted in our program. We have to convert the unconverted into showing the business case for diversity and inclusion. And I think this is the perfect time to do it, now that everyone's ears have perked up to it a little more.
Let's see who answers this first, but in terms of what do you do next, and how are you, because you're both committed to it, how are you going to support each other going forward?
So in our particular case, the first thing that we need to do is ensure that the progress that we've made with women globally remains, and we need to move from representations that we have to inclusion. So we're going to work with a female quotient to actually develop an inclusion index to ensure that all the people that are in those great jobs stay and are successful. So that's one. Number two is now the shift has gone towards people of color. So the More Like Me program that Enro is part of is aimed at actually attracting more people of color in senior leadership roles. So the expectations that we have for this graduating class, which is the first one, is that they become agents of change in their agencies so that they are the leaders of tomorrow, so that they not only work on our account, but more broadly around the industry.
Hello, I'm James Wright. Thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. To check out more online videos, just click on the boxes, and don't forget to subscribe to the CNBC Live channel at the bottom of the screen.